Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the Games Workshop web store. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so obviously this week there are technically no new pre-orders. So there is basically an extra week delay on the pre-orders that were announced. So they'll actually go up for pre-order next week. And then they're actually going to be on pre-order instead of another 2 weeks, 3 weeks this time. Which makes sense because with everything coming up in the holidays and all the extra like delays and traveling and everything, it doesn't make a ton of sense to have a bunch of stuff coming out when there's going to be potentially unnecessary issues. So these are last week's pre-orders. We had the Mark 6 Assault Marines, White Dwarf 495, Flesh Eater Court's Army Set, Grotmus Gits, and then of course the new Citadel Tufts. And look at those, already sold out. So interesting. Apparently those red Tufts were a good idea. And then also it does say temporarily out of stock on the Vaults of Terror collection, but that is probably gone for good as there was only 1,500 copies. It's limited. I would imagine they just put the wrong tag on there. But if we do keep scrolling down here, there are a couple items that are just now showing up in the store. So we have the new Starforged Imperial Fist Purity Seal. And this is cool because it basically has options. If we just jump in here real quick, you can see that the back you have either like the Velcro, the stickies, or like your pin. So you can attach this various different ways depending on where you want to put it, which is pretty cool. And then here we see it in the original packaging. It is $27, which is definitely on the pricey side, but it's a cool thing. I mean, I can understand how people would be after these. Just jumping back over here, there's a few more of them from Starforged. So we have the Grey Knights Purity Seal as well. And then we have the Space Wolf Purity Seal. And then, of course, all the stuff from like the previous releases, but the Starforged Chainsword keychain and then also Thunderhammer keychain are available. So those are both $15. And if you just take a look at those, you can kind of get an idea of roughly how big they are from the picture. Relatively small, but if you wanted to keep your keys attached to a Thunderhammer, obviously now you can do it. So again, pretty neat right there. All right, and then we do have the actual details. So this metal keychain is lovingly sculpted in the form of an Adeptus Astartes Thunderhammer, covered with embossed detail and finished in a warm brass with antique recesses. This would make a fine display piece as much as a functional keychain. So it is 100% metal, it is warm brass, and it does have that antique effect. The Thunderhammer keychain measures 60mm by 30mm in size and features additional skull and scroll iconography on its hammer head. The keychain includes a polished chain and keyring. Warning, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 14. And there is a caution that it does in fact contain sharp metal points. So very cool, $15 for those. And then just jumping back over here, I figured while we're at it, we'll just take a look at some of the other like kind of Christmas stuff here. So we have the Koyo Christmas Pin gift set, $25 for those. We got the Squig, we've got the Gingerbread Goblin, and then of course the Red Gobbo as well. The Mertroid Chaos Knitted Hat and Scarf set, $50 for those. And then just scrolling down here, we also have the Mertroid Warhammer 40,000 The Red Gobbo. These are like sock slippers, pretty cool, $18. And then the Mertroid Warhammer 40,000 Red Squig sock/slippers, also $18. And there is still time if you want to get some of this stuff before Christmas, as long as it's already available in the web store. And I think it's kind of nice that Games Workshop delayed any additional pre-orders till next week and then made the pre-order period 3 weeks instead of 2. So there's no confusion in anyone's mind as to whether or not they're going to be able to get the new stuff in time for Christmas. And just scrolling down again, we got a bunch of the Necron and then also Adeptus Mechanicus stuff. Lots of the Legion Imperialis stuff. Lots of it already sold out as well. And then if we just drop this here, we did see the Horus Heresy Legion Imperialis set went out of stock initially, but it is back in stock, so you can order that again. And then of course a couple of like Forge World models, some books, the Red Gobbo Surprise, just some other cool stuff down here. And then we do see a lot of the other new stuff has actually sold out. A lot of the Legion Imperialis stuff has sold out just in general. I think a lot of people are waiting for that stuff to come back in stock. And then with the launch of the game on top of it, just obviously massive demand for it. Very cool. I'm always happy to see people get what they want and for things to do well, because that means we're going to get more of them in the future. And then we do see the Christmas boxes like never before have sold out this year. So we see all 4 of the Sigmar boxes have officially sold out now. And then it only actually shows 2 of the 40K Christmas boxes, but all of those have sold out as well. So we see all 10 of the Christmas boxes sold out this year before Christmas, which we have literally never in all the existence of time, or at least as long as Games Workshop's been doing them, seen them sell out. Most of them don't even sell out before Christmas, let alone every single one of them being gone. So that tells you that either Games Workshop didn't make nearly enough, Warhammer is more popular than ever before, or most likely a combination of those two. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOGames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOGames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOGames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOGames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40K, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOGames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. But actually, while we're here, it makes sense to just jump over real quick and take a look at the shipping dates, and then I'll put the link down in the description. I'm not going to watch the actual video right here. I already watched it. It doesn't really give you like any information. It's just a clever little Games Workshop cameo. As I mentioned over like the last week or two, we would expect this, as Games Workshop basically does it every year. But it says the country, region, cutoff date, and then your region cutoff date as well. So you can see it is different for everywhere. So you need to just find where you're at. And then obviously you'll know when you need to place your order by if you want to receive it. And so today is already the 9th, which means that if you're in the rest of the world, the rest of Europe, Finland, or Spain, and Denmark as well, it is already too late. Maybe they come in time, but definitely can't guarantee it. And this is all UPS shipping from Games Workshop. And then you still have time if you're in Sweden, Austria, or Poland, as they're all on the 9th. And then we have France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, all for the 12th. New Zealand the 13th, Japan the 13th, and then Norway is the 14th. Northern Ireland is the 15th cutoff date. UK is the 15th cutoff date. And then we see Canada is the 17th, and US is the 18th. So still plenty of time for some of these places if you haven't got your stuff yet. And then, of course, the region cutoff date here. We have Western Australia the 11th, Northern Territory the 11th, South Australia the 14th, Country Queensland the 14th, Country Victoria the 14th, Melbourne and Brisbane the 17th, and then Country New South Wales the 17th, and then finally Sydney is the 18th. And then there is a note here that for the expert resin kits, aka the old Forge World stuff, the cutoff date for Australia and New Zealand is the 8th of December, so that has already passed. And I will have the link in the description if you need to check these out. Make sure you get what you need in time and don't delay if you really need to get that last minute gift before it's too late. So yeah, very cool. As the year is winding down, I gotta say we saw more awesome models this year than probably ever before. And the ones that we did get are probably the best we've ever seen. Some big changes with Games Workshop changing their web store. Honestly, for the worst so far, but hopefully they get the kinks out. Rolling Forge World in with the Games Workshop store as well, and then actually changing the location to Warhammer.com. We saw some price increases this year, plenty of those. We saw some serious hiccups in production and keeping stuff in stock, especially in the United States. But when it's all said and done, it was a good year to be a Warhammer fan, a player, a gamer, etc. So let me know what you're most excited about. If you got some of those last minute Christmas gifts coming for the gamer, collector, painter in your life. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I do love Christmas, but I'm out of here.